It was very exciting, very, very exciting. There's lots of reasons why it was exciting. One is to be able to work with Peter Jackson, who is an incredible filmmaker, and two, to go to New Zealand and experience that wonderful country in such a deep way, and three, to join such a fantastic cast of people who, you know, have all done such a wonderful job with their roles and just become part of it. I'm a little cog in that very big machine, and tell Bard's story. So it was a very, very rewarding experience. They're huge. They're the biggest sets I've ever worked on. Especially Lake Town. It was so intricate, you know. It wasn't just facades. You could actually walk around buildings, go in them, go upstairs, and sail down canals, and there was animals running everywhere, and it was very, very clever. And it was also built. I think it had about 5 reincarnations. So, you know, the imaginations of the designers are, you know, incredible. I think in this film you get to know the Bard of Lake Town. You start to understand what makes Bard tick. You get to meet his family. You get to understand the background of his genealogy, and realize he's not just a bargeman. There's way more to him than meets the eye, and he does these superhuman things in the third film, which we can't talk about, but he's a really interesting character, and it was so fun to play a character that starts in a very different place to where he ends up. It's a great arc, great story. No, I did train, but I guess I trained anyway, and keeping fit. But it was just being able to fight in the costumes that I was working in, and using the bow and arrow and all that stuff. There's a lot of running. I do a lot of running in the film, in the second film. Yeah, I mean, he has a lot of work to do, you know, and he's committed to the task ahead. But he likes to make it fun. He likes to enjoy it. And if there's a moment where we can bring a bit of light to sometimes a very dark moment in the film, he'll do it. And he's got a very witty sense of humor, and quite a brilliant laugh as well. It's contagious when he starts to laugh. It's just there's a huge company of characters now. Some new, some old, some you haven't met yet, some you have met, some that come from Lord of the Rings. They're loved by the fans, and this film feels very much like an epic adventure movie. It doesn't stop. It's full of action, much more than the first movie. It hits the floor running, and you don't really have time to breathe until it's finished, which is interesting because it's following on from the first movie, but it feels very different. And that's a good thing. You know, it's a very exciting thing. And I got to use my real Welsh accent, which was nice as well, yeah. Yeah, that always helps.